Hello everyone, it's Lix and I hope this video finds you well. Today I have a watercolor speedpaint of an original character for you guys. And also, it's been ages since I filmed anything traditional, so sorry in advance for any exposure and lighting mistakes. But anyways, for this week's video, I wanted to talk about motivation. It's such a big part of the creative process, at least for me, and I know when I feel unmotivated, it's really hard to sit down and produce art. So in this video, I've compiled 5 ideas on how you can get motivated, and also some small tips and tricks at the end that could help as well. So without further ado, let's jump into my first suggestion, which is imagine the future. When you feel stuck and unmotivated, it's good to try and think ahead. This could be long-term, such as asking questions like, where do you see yourself in 3 years? Or what about 5 years? And what would you have wanted to achieve by then? Or it can be short-term, like thinking how much better you would feel after, let's say, completing this one artwork for the day. But regardless of the time frame, envisioning what could be, for me personally, is the most motivating thing I can do through thought alone. But speaking of thoughts and mentality, my second suggestion is to change your perspective. If art is creating stress, take a moment to stop and ask yourself, why do I draw? Is it because it's fun, rewarding, and something that you're passionate about? When you remember why is it that you draw in the first place, it's easier to rekindle the excitement and drive that I'm sure you've had when you first started to draw. Also, another way to change your perspective is to know yourself well and how you feel when you draw. By doing that, you can alter the way you think by telling yourself that, I know I will enjoy this. Because the way you approach art mentally has a huge effect on how you feel motivationally. So my third suggestion might be a bit daunting, but an important part of everything is community. A great way to motivate yourself is through the help of others. Try to make art friends that you can collab or draw with. It's also a great opportunity to learn from each other, and remember that you're not in this alone. Although this is a great way to find motivation, you might be asking me, but Lix, how do I make artist friends, especially if I'm shy and introverted? And to that I say, by sharing your art online. Find small communities that you're comfortable with and really try to put yourself out there. I personally use Art Amino, not sponsored by the way, and Instagram as my main source of community. I'm also in a few art Discord servers, which can be great as well. Through sharing your art, be it to communities online or your friends and family, getting response and reaction from them can be super motivating, and it'll make you look forward to sharing art again, which creates a positive feedback loop. Okay, so my next suggestion is something that I do quite frequently, and perhaps even a bit too much, but that is to look through your old art. Maybe you're having a bad art day and feel like everything you draw isn't turning out the way you want it to. Well, try and find some of your old art, and I assure you, you will be able to see the improvement. Realize that you have come a long way since then, and you will still keep growing as an artist. If you have the energy, maybe try to even redraw a piece to really see your progress. I know back in the days on DeviantArt, there was a really popular improvement meme/chart that a lot of artists filled out. In the case that you do have enough of your old art, you could try to create a progress chart and keep it with you whenever you feel that your skills are stagnating. And last but not least, looking at the art of your favorite artists can give you motivation as well. They are your favorites for a reason. There's something about their art that you find inspiring or simply appreciate. But remember not to compare yourself to them, and instead think that, if I continue drawing, one day I may be able to reach the same skill level, which also ties into my first point of imagining the future. But an important side note to keep in mind is that all these artists started from scratch, and it was their hard work and dedication that eventually led them to where they are now. I hope that wasn't too much information for you to absorb, but I'm not done yet. I'm just going to quickly list some other tips and tricks that are more of things you can physically do, but hopefully helpful as well. So first is to set time apart for art. Be it 15 minutes or an hour, have a fixed time where you will sit down and use it to try to create something wonderful. Another tip is to have an enjoyable environment or workspace, be it clean or messy since it's really up to preference. Also, changing the medium you work with can be good too, like from watercolors to acrylics or digital to color pencils, whatever helps to get the ball rolling and feels fresh to use. Something else could be to do a series of drawings with a similar theme. It can especially help with not knowing what to draw, and giving yourself a set theme to complete can be motivating too. And my last tip is to leave your work at a point that you can return to. So next time you think about the act of drawing, you know that there's something you can look forward to. But please remember to not be too hard on yourself. Art is a process that is composed of many small steps and victories. So even when you're feeling really unmotivated and uninspired, but manage to draw, tell yourself, I drew today, and hey, that's something. Thank you so much for watching. I put a lot of effort and time into making this video, so I hope that it was helpful to you. If you enjoyed this video, drop me a like so I know that I'm doing something right, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.